Hey HCGers, I hope you guys can see me. I'm doing a quick video on how to flour your cauliflower and how to put together a pizza dough base. So right now I have two ways that you can flour your cauliflower, and that's first by using a grater, and you will have the medium side to grate. I basically take a whole cauliflower and I cut it in half, and then I use it as a downward motion to grate. And as you can see, I just take the whole thing and just go downward. And that's how you do that. You do that all the way till you get to a crust, the core. And the second thing you can do is your food processor on low. So you just basically take your the cauliflowers, you'll do the whole head of cauliflower, and then you'll go on low. And you're going to do that until you get this like rice consistency. If you can see that, it's like little rice pieces. And that's what you want to mix your pizza dough. I'm going to go to the next step. I just take one egg, and then I mix the egg in. I take 1 cup of cheese, and I mix that in as well. And I basically just mix it in really good till the egg is like all over the your rice cauliflower. So it takes a few minutes, not seconds. Make sure your cheese is mixed all in throughout the. You can use your hands too. I know some people use their hands, and I'm just gonna pick it up a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just basically mixing this all in together really good. This is going to be your pizza crust, which is very firm when it's done. And it tastes really good. I'm going to go ahead and add in just a half teaspoon of kosher salt. I like the kosher salt because it's going to have the iodine in it, and it actually give it a really nice taste, the salt, without the iodine. Okay, and I mix that in pretty good too. Then the next thing you need is your baking pan. You can use a coffee sheet or a baking pan. And I use parchment paper for everything that I do because it makes everything slide right off without any problem. So mine is already with the parchment paper in it. And I just take my mixture and I kind of just throw it on the parchment paper. And you can see at the bottom, you still got a little mixing to do, so you can do that inside. And then you basically just take the pizza dough, the rice cauliflower, the eggs, and the cheese, and you just turn it into a pizza dough. Make sure it's nice and mushed together. No little pieces hanging anywhere. And this really does make a really nice pizza dough that my children just love. And I love. Okay, and the next step, after the pizza dough is all nice and mushed, see, a nice little crust, and then I take funnel. This is a half teaspoon of funnel. I use just a little bit more. A half teaspoon of funnel, and I lightly go over the top of my pizza crust. Okay? So I kind of spread it around. Then I take that was oregano. So for the oregano, it's 1 teaspoon of oregano, and then for the funnel, it's a half teaspoon of funnel. But like I said, I still use about a teaspoon. And I also mix that in on top of my crust. You can kind of slide and spread it out over the crust evenly a little bit. And it's going to bake into the crust, into the cheese and the eggs. And then the next thing I do is I use parsley, 2 teaspoons of parsley. Okay, now my pizza dough is getting ready. You see that? And then of course you preheat your oven on 450 and you're going to bake this for 12 to 15 minutes. And I'll come back with part 2 of how the crust look, and then I'll go on to make the sauce. Okay? Thank you for watching.